Greetings, beautiful people. So I'm gonna make this video pretty quick because I'm fighting off this laryngitis that I'm going through. But I just really want to get this video out. But I'm gonna talk about why keeping your vessel clean is literally the highest priority. Okay. You ever hear cleanliness is next to godliness, and people always talk about let's say losing weight. Losing weight won't happen unless your vessel's clean. Thinking straight won't happen unless your vessel's clean. And even whatever you see outside of yourself, okay, is due to the fact that your insides are dirty. See, I see a lot of people in the conscious community, they're trying to open the third eye, trying to, have these spiritual experiences. But I'm going to tell you right now, that's not a good idea if your vessel's dirty, okay? If you, first of all, this is the way to look at it. This is how you assess the situation. If your life, okay, outside of you is not to your liking, you will not like what's going on in your spiritual world. Okay, your life is a reflection of whatever you are projecting out. Let's say, for example, you got a lot of toxic people in your environment. You got a lot of shit that don't make you feel good. Guaranteed that these are parasites in your stomach. If you have an eating disorder where you cannot control the shit you eat, salts, sugars, fucking bullshit, meats, it's the parasites in your stomach that are feeding, that are making you want to eat that, okay? You see, food was never meant to be an addiction, okay? Can you be addicted to blueberries or an apple and you have to have one apple and you got to eat another one? See, when I eat fruit, I can have one apple and I'm good. I can have one banana and I'm good. See, let's say, for example, you have a baby and all he ate was fruit and you never introduced him to candy. He will never have an urge for that candy. See, here's the thing. In the food industry, okay, there's shit in that food, okay, that create gut yeast in your stomach, okay? Or it's maybe inserted because that's the garbage you're eating. See, you've ever heard that when you listen to toxic people, okay, it makes you feel tired because those people drained your energy, right? So this is why they say you have to hang around people that are going to uplift you, okay? If you hear somebody's always complaining in your ear, they drain you. That's a toxic person. You're intaking toxic information. And it's also distorting you. It's filling you up with garbage. You never hear they say, when you clear your mind, you think better, okay? If you clear your gut, guaranteed your vessel's going to operate better and you're going to think better because your gut is connected to your brain. Everything connects. Why do you think when people work out, they say mind to muscle connection? Okay? So here's the thing. People always associate themselves with the body. You are not the body. You're connected to this body. Okay? Spiritually, emotionally, you're connected. That's why, look, the ego is you. This is the ego. Okay? This ego is here to protect you, but it's also a child, okay, that you have to look out for, okay? Everybody's consciousness is in their lower nature. See, there's three parts to you. There's a primitive nature, the human nature, which is the middle, and then your higher self. Everybody is operating from the middle and the lower natures, okay? Now, and your body's on autopilot because here's the thing. If you were your body, okay, let's say if you get scared, you notice how your heart beat, you're like, oh my God, what's going on? Do you know that with you controlling your breathing, you let your body know, you signal your body that it's okay and it actually tends to calm down? Because here's what happens. Your blood is pumping from your heart so much that it's actually sending all that blood to your limbs to put you in a fight or flight mode, okay? When you're scared, just the act of breathing calms your body down, okay? People who work out, they say, oh, you know, I want to go to the body. I do different workouts to shock the muscle. I confuse the muscle. You go on certain diets. You eat a certain way to confuse the muscle, to burn fat a certain way, to, you know, give you bigger muscles a certain way. Do you notice how you always associate your actions with the body not being you? Like if you were doing something to the body that is not you, you do something for the body, but yet you will still think that you are the body, and that's the problem. Okay, now your body, if it's like a computer, it gets programmed, okay, and it gets conditioned easily. If you're as a child given food that you're not supposed to eat, your body's gonna like it's like a child. It wants to eat candy all the time, and you got to control that child. No, you can't eat candy because you're gonna get a tummy ache. You got to tell the child when he has to go to sleep. You got to tell the child, you know, you got to show the child structure. You program the child from when he's young. Between the ages of birth to 7 is when they're the most programmable. Okay? You have gone through years. Let's say if you're in your 30s, you've gone through the 30 years of shit that you've programmed your body to. It's going to take some time to reprogram your body, but there are hacks, which I'll go over this in this video briefly. Okay? But I can tell you this, your body, you take care of your body, but you don't take care of it like you're taking care of you. You take care of it as if you were taking care of a plant. Okay? Your body needs sunlight like a plant. You put it out in the sun. You take care of the plants. When you gain knowledge of how to take care of plants or animals, you could take care of those beings accordingly. I'll put a plant light out. I'm not going to put a plant in a closet. Am I? That plant's not going to strive. So me knowing about plants, I'm going to put the plant out in sunlight. I'm going to water it, you know, to keep it hydrated. I'm going to give it plant food when it's according. I'll put it in a bigger pot when I have to. You get what I'm trying to tell you? Do we give our body appropriate sunlight? Do we give our body appropriate foods? I'm not going to go and put Coca-Cola in my plants, right? I'm going to give it clean water. I'm going to give it good plant food with the right minerals. The pH balance that the plant needs according to whatever species of plant it is. Everybody's vessel is different. Now, I'm big on alkaline diets, okay? Because alkaline is electricity. If you eat electric foods, your body's electromagnetic, you're going to be electrical and you're going to be a lot better. If you eat acidic foods, okay, acids on a battery doesn't work. So check this out. Knowing thyself is knowing the mechanics of your body. Okay? Knowing thyself is you going into a dark room and spending some time with yourself. Now, why do I say dark room? So that you can't see anything outside of you. It's forcing you to look inward. Because if you have the reason why the room has to be pitch black is so that there's reality outside of you that you keep associating yourself because you keep coming outside of you. And that's how you always lose power. You go into a dark room, everything's pitch black. You are just with yourself. But you are not, you can't even see your limbs. You can't even see your body. So now you disassociate yourself with the environment and your body, and you're in the darkness. But people are afraid of the dark. Why are you afraid of the dark when you are darkness? See, people talk about, I'm afraid of black magic. I'm afraid of the darkness. Why? Because you're afraid of monsters, demons. So in darkness, you'll see that. But I just told you that what you look outside of you is a reflection of what you project out, right? So if you have this mentality where you see demons and bad spirits and bad things are going to happen to you in the dark, is because you're inside of yourself and that's what's inside of you. You get what I'm saying? And then when the lights are on, those demons now are in the manifestation of toxic people feeding you toxic information. You watching garbage on TV, watching scary movies, programming you because those have subliminal messaging. You get what I'm trying to tell you? When you get to know the mechanics of your body, you get to know what your body needs for fuel and how much of it. See, because you see your body, you could eat that's why people get obese. Your body don't know limitations. First of all, it takes time for your stomach to signal to the brain that it's full. Some people they eat real quickly, and then they want to eat again, and that's why they get fat. See, it takes 20 minutes to 30 minutes after you eat for your stomach to signal the brain that it's okay. You don't need to eat anymore. But people want to eat these huge ass meals and then they want to have dessert. The dessert is probably more calorie dense and fat and sugars and all these garbage in there than the actual meal that they ate. But you see, the parasites in your stomach go by a chain of command. There's parasites for flesh. There's parasites for sugars. There's parasites for salts. There's parasites for everything. There's parasites for even the way you feel. There's parasites that want you to feel like shit. Because you see, there's demonic entities that feed off that energy. If you clean your insides, okay, you're not going to have any. If you have a dirty house, let's say if you leave food scraps all over your house, you're going to get bugs. You might get rats. You might get mice. You might get fucking insects that you've never seen in your life. Roaches. But why? Because you invited them in by being a lazy bum and not cleaning after yourself, leaving all the trash out. So when you have trash inside of you, you're attracting those demonic, nasty entities. In the spiritual realm, if you eat meat, your spirit has a stench. You smell bad. And if you're a person who practices urine therapy, you'll notice that if you're a meat eater, your piss is going to taste like shit. Okay? If you eat too much salt, your urine's going to be very salty. Okay? This is part of getting to know yourself. You see, if you drink your urine, you're introducing your own chemistry back into your body. But through the taste of what your urine tastes like, you're able to know if you need to change something about yourself. Your urine should taste like water, warm water. And it shouldn't have an odor. It shouldn't have a bad taste. All the waste comes out your feces. Okay? The urine will only excrete toxic waste. You see, the liver creates ammonia if you're eating animal protein. That ammonia gets transferred to the kidneys. The kidneys secretes that out through the urine. That's toxic. You can't drink that. You see, the foods you're eating are making your urine toxic. But your urine shouldn't be toxic if you're eating clean. On the contrary, your urine will cleanse you out and it will balance you. That's your golden elixir. I'm going to make a video specifically on the urine and how it affects the organs. Okay? Why do you need to have your organs clean? Look at your organs. Organs is a musical instrument. You hear that in churches, right? They emit a certain frequency. If one of those organs sound bad, your body's out of tune, that musical note that's coming out of your body is distorted. The music you're listening to is all on 440 hertz. The natural tones, look it up, is 432, 528. 440 is a distorted frequency, and that's what the music industry is putting out to you. And you don't know that. You're constantly listening to that, changing your vibration. When you eat low vibrational foods, you get into a low vibrational state. It makes you sick. You're in an even lower vibrational state because when you're sick, you don't feel good. Okay? And going back to when you hear toxic people, they're giving you constant nagging in your ear. It makes you feel drained, right? They're robbing your energy. When you eat foods that don't belong in your system, it's robbing your body of energy. That's why you get that lazy, tired feeling and you want to yawn. You see, knowledge is power, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I saw a video by The Awakened Brave, and I want you guys to go check him out and subscribe to him. He's an excellent YouTuber. I mean, some jewels of information on there. But knowledge, he talked about where knowledge doesn't really mean anything. You know what I mean? And here's how I look at knowledge. When you have knowledge is a powerful word. I get the word knowledge, the word know, K-N-O-W. I get the word N-O. I get the word now out of knowledge. So knowledge is empowering because when you know something, okay, you can use the power of know. If I'm trying to tell you, hey, fluoride is good for you. You should brush your teeth with fluoride. Maybe you should swish some in your mouth. Maybe even swallow a little bit. If you don't have any knowledge of that and I'm marketing that to you and I package it up real nicely for you, you'll willingly take that poison because your consent to taking poison is lack of knowledge, which is what everybody does. This is why they go buy all this garbage in the supermarket because they don't have any knowledge of supplementations, nutrition, okay? And here's the thing. All the ingredients that you see in the back of labels that you can't pronounce, you should not be putting in your mouth. Okay? There's a lot of people who want to lose weight. The key to losing weight is really cleansing your body out first, going on a fast. But they want to package chemicals to you saying, oh, do a 5-day cleanse with this, and this is going to, get rid of all these toxins in your body. But that's not going to happen. Your body already holds about 20 pounds of rotten waste in your colon from the meat that's rotting in your system. See, it's very easy. When you clear your gut, okay, you have a clear mind. When you have a clear mind, you can think better, right? If you have a clear vessel, you have more energy. So when you fast, check this out. When you fast, you actually, a man could bring up his GH by like 1,000%. His testosterone goes up. He could burn fat, right? Fat actually stores toxins. And a person with a chubby midsection will have low testosterone, okay? But when you overeat, okay, it affects your testosterone. So what do? Now they want to sell you testosterone pills. They want all about consuming. The bodybuilding industry, 6 times a day, you got to eat supplementations. I used to sell them because I used to work for a supplement company. And I felt so good because I thought I was doing a service to people, but that's lack of knowledge. Okay? And now, see, I had a closed mind back then. You couldn't tell me anything about me not eating meat or people not taking these supplements like pre-workouts, protein shakes, or anything like that. When you have an open mind, okay, you're open. This is how your mind is. If it's open, you're open to receiving and you're open to giving knowledge. If you have a closed mind, okay, you cannot give knowledge and you cannot receive any more knowledge, okay? When you have an open mind, you can start to connect dots, okay? Start to see what it is that you know and challenge it to what information is actually coming in. See, you're never going to know it all. Even people in this conscious community who talk about, spirituality and telling people that, my knowledge is right, your knowledge is wrong. No knowledge is bad. See, it's all a belief system because I used to sell supplements and I was firm on my belief that was good for you. And a hell of a lot of people think that. But when you really know, like, you start to really get to know thyself, you'll know that that's not the case. See, I look at information on your organs, on your body. They give you these crazy long words. See, we're already limited with language, okay? I'll make a video on language. But when you get these crazy long words, it's hard to remember them. You know what I mean? And people get turned off. They come off their path of what they were originally learning. I encourage people to learn their anatomy. Know thyself spiritually by sitting with yourself. See, if I have a girlfriend, I have to spend time with her, take her out, get to know her uglies and goods. See, do you know the bads and goods about you, really? People, from kids, they ask you, what do you want to be when you get older? Nobody says, I want to be a self-empowered and know about myself. No, they want to be an astronaut. They want to be a firefighter. They want to be a police officer. How many people ever include themselves in their priorities of what they want to do? How many people and when you're in darkness or in a lonely room, what's the first thing you do? Open your phone and turn to social media, or open your phone and call your friend to go hang out. You know what I'm saying? You're never with yourself. Associate food that you're eating with information. Because notice, your body's an antenna. What you see, you're not looking out. You're receiving information through your eyes. You receive information through your ears. I'm talking to you. You're receiving that information. When you smell something, it sends a signal to the brain if you're smelling something good or bad. But why does nobody associate what you eat with information? And then when you have a lot on your mind, you got a lot of clutter, you can't think straight. So they want to overeat. How could you really have a properly operating vessel? You get what I'm saying? See, it's important to keep your vessel clean because Wi-Fi, pollution everywhere, EMF waves. Okay? See, if you You're an antenna. If you're eating metals and salts, you're a conductor. But to what? To the EMF waves, to the chemtrails, to the pollution. Okay? When you have a really clear vessel, you can get through that distortion and know how to connect with the universe better. The garbage you eat is distorting your DNA. I'll make a video on that when it comes down to the urine and the organs and how it's impacting your DNA. It's a long topic. Keep your vessel clean. This is the true key to accessing wisdom. See, it starts with knowledge. You get that understanding. That understanding is your wisdom. Put your consciousness into the higher self. Look at your body as something that you're taking care of, but don't associate yourself with the body. You're going to look at the body as something you're taking care of, like you take care of your car. You go in for a tune-up, you change the oil, but you come out of the motherfucking car and you clean it on the outside. You clean the engine, you clean the all the filters, the oil, the fuel system, right? But you don't associate yourself with the car. So you come out of the car, you come out of your body, and you take care of your body, looking at it from the outside in. Okay, you look at everything outside of you as an observer. You lose power when you feed into parasitic people or things like that, not knowing that that's a reflection of you. And you are just fighting with yourself. Clean your insides and you'll see how the outside looks way better. And I will get more detailed with this into more videos. You know why? Because the direction of my channel is going into your empowerment in the now. Okay? All this shit with history, that's what the Awakened Brave was talking about. The history. What the fuck is history? History is always rewritten. You know what I'm saying? You got they got control of the Mandela effect. We could do that ourselves. Okay? I remember I used to watch Star Wars. I used to walk around my house when I was a little kid saying, Luke, I am your father. Go back and watch that movie. Now it says, no, I am your father. Things change. But you know what? That's the past. The past doesn't exist. And the future is based on what you do now. So everything only comes to the now. Fix everything in your now. The controllables are the most important thing. Okay? And now here's why I'm doing videos. Because a reflection that I'm putting out is of empowering others. And that's why they say, in order for you to be empowered, you have to empower others. That's what I want reflected back to me. My hand is open. I'm giving you knowledge, but I'm also open to receiving more knowledge. People on YouTube in the conscious community all about going on debates. Why don't you work on building? Build a community. Let's all get together. My weaknesses may be your strength. My strength may be your weaknesses. That's how you create. You're eating meat, you're consenting to destroying. Okay? You know what I started doing? I started eating mangoes. I plant the seed. It's all over my Instagram channel. Same name as the one I got on now. Black beans, apples, lemons, grapefruits. I'm growing them. You know why? So that I can bear fruits one day and eat off that. But what am I doing there? I'm creating. See, you come here as creators. You always see these financial gurus talking about you are creators. Yes. And you all want to become millionaires. But how do you become millionaires when you're not even a real good creator? And you use your energies unwisely here. For one, not only do you use them unwisely, but you also rob yourself of all that energy by eating, sexually abusing your sexual energy, which is the most important part. Okay? People want to open their pineal gland. I really don't recommend it until you clean your body. Okay? Purify your body, and I'm going to make a video on that so you can see why purifying your body, cleaning your body leads to ascension, leads to abundance, leads to a better mindset, and it also leads to a better life here in this 3D. And then you're spiritual. You will die one day, or transform and go into your heaven, your kingdom. You create your heaven, but it starts here. Because when you die, let's say if you think that the heaven here is only being a millionaire, you're dead wrong. Because you don't take none of that with you. See, the heart chakra is green. If you're only focusing on the green of money, you will die poor. Because you don't take none of that money with you. And when you go into the spiritual realm, you're broke. And that's source. That's who you really are. The key to waking up here is to not go like a zombie into that realm when you transform. Because, see, the same way you wake up in a lucid dream is when you become aware in a lucid dream. Now, you notice how you could create things in a dream when you're aware. But when you're not aware, everything's just the way, whatever it is. When you astral project, just by thought, you can create or you could be anywhere you want, right? But isn't that about maturing your spirit and focus on connecting because your spirit is connected to your body, but become one. So this way, when you do transform, you don't go into that realm like a zombie and consent to reincarnating or do. See, this is why ancients and ascended masters exist. They became enlightened here. They passed on in the spiritual realm and they were aware of what decisions to make. Nobody controlled them there. Because the fourth dimension is hijacked. Don't think that you go there and it's like heaven. No. But the same way, everything is internal. Everything is self. If you want to create a better life for yourself here and even after, it all starts by what you do here inside your universe. You are the universe. It's in you. You are the universe. See, people want to go into, I'm going to go to Mars. I'm going to go to the moon. You can go anywhere you want. All you got to do is close your eyes and go within. But it's hard because of the distortions. But how do you clear distortions? Clear your mind, clear your body. That's why if I'm in a nightclub with you, you can't hear me because there's so much noise, right? Turn off the music and you can hear me clearer. You are in charge of clearing your mind, clearing your vessel. And if you can't do that, then you need to be treated like a child. Because only children need guidance. And at this age, it's time to mature. When people say it's time to wake up, it really means it's time to mature. If you cannot mature, you will do this all over again until you do mature. It's like you going to school. If you don't pass a grade, you get left back. Same shit. Okay? The way to really make it here, okay, is waking up, but it's maturity. See, kids have to mature. I can't teach my 5-year-old algebra, right? So here on this 3D realm, you need to empower yourself by learning, experiencing, and having an open mind. Don't judge. When you judge, you will have to deal with that poison. The proper way to judge is being the observer, being neutral, centered. That's why you center yourself when you meditate. See, language entraps you. They say, oh, you're so self-centered, you're so egotistical. Call me whatever you want, but I do center myself when I meditate, and I am my ego because I love myself. You have the key to empowerment. And if you can't do that, then you really need a lot of maturing to do. But the key to it is being open-minded. Being open-minded, because lack of understanding leads to judgment. Judgment should be done where you're looking at things in a biased way. In an unbiased way. You're like a judge in a courtroom. You don't take sides until you hear both sides. So there's no good or bad. There's no evil and right. See, evil is just living in reverse. Evil spelled backwards is live. Live in reverse. If you live in reverse, you're being evil, if that's how you want to believe it. You taking everything and looking at it outside yourself, that's in reverse. Because all is self. You're here as an observer. The way you make decisions is judging correctly. I'll go into detail. I'll talk to you soon.